A battle over social media posts is unfolding in the nation's capital. Supreme Court justices heard arguments today in a case over controversial content online.
Republican-led states are accusing the Biden administration of pressuring companies to take down posts it didn't agree with. Chief legal analyst Khalif Rhodes joins us now. And Khalif, you can, as a lawyer here, you can always glean a lot from the oral arguments. And what did you find out about today?
I found out that words matter, and I kind of think I already knew that being an attorney, but it really mattered today in oral arguments, and there was a trajectory of words. And so what they were really kind of honing in on is, were we talking about persuasion? Were we talking about encouraging, or were we talking about coercion? And those were really where the court kind of laid their head. They say typically there will be a lot of conversation between social media companies and the federal government, but it seemed like there was some conversation that pushed the envelope in terms of the language that the federal government was using and trying to weigh heavily on their ability to force these companies to do what they wanted them to do. And so what I was encouraged by today was that this is probably the first time in a long time that I've heard oral arguments where it seemed like everybody was all on the same page. For the most part, except for Justice Alito, it seemed like everyone else was lock in step, which is rare in this country at this time, that they all were on the same page. That it seemed like it was too much to say that the federal government can't have conversations at the very minimum with these social media companies, especially to encourage them to take down things that they should take down.
Well, rulings like this obviously will have a big impact because social media is such a big part of our lives now. So what are the implications on the ruling, whether they side with these Republican states or the Biden administration?
Everything seems like they're going to side with the Biden administration. And you can look from the questions that the Supreme Court justices asked. Remember, these cases come from the height of COVID, when they were trying to get misinformation down off of social media websites, because the government recognized that most people were getting their information, I hate to say it, not from news, not from television, but from social media. And because they were getting their information from social media, they felt like it was an obligation to ensure that the public got the correct information. They didn't find out something that was just incorrect. And so they were asking, they were encouraging, and I guess the states were arguing that they were coercing them to take these things down because it was hurting the public's information. And so if the government rules in favor of the Biden administration, which I think the Supreme Court justices will, then they can have conversations with them to at least make sure that the information is on there. They can at least know what's happening. It's not saying that they'll have to take it down. It's not saying that they'll be forced to take it down. But this ruling from the state of Louisiana, from the Court of Appeals down there, made it sound like that they couldn't even have a conversation with the companies. And so that's why that was placed on hold. And that's why we're here now.
You brought up getting your news off of social media. I always cringe when you hear oh, I got news from Facebook. But
I mean, you don't want folks to get it from there because, we have a different process. If someone just posted, there's no vetting, there's no information to make sure that they have multiple sources. It's just someone that heard something and they regurgitated what they heard. But when you get it from an organization that has ensured that journalists are doing the background checks and they're fact checking what they heard, at least you know that that information is verified. Now, when you're talking about talking heads or opinion pieces, that's different. But getting the actual information, you want to ensure that that information is accurate and that it's right, especially when you're talking about people dying, thousands on a daily basis. COVID was at a height, and they brought it up a number of times today. That was a really good argument. A number of times today, there was laughter in the courtroom. It was a light-hearted conversation as opposed to some that we had in the past that everyone was real contentious.
Always a good reminder to check your sources depending on where
100%.
you get them from. Khalif, thank you.